I've seen figures and they vary a bit, but of 11 billion barrels of oil in the region and trillions of barrels, cubic feet of oil of gas. Is this what this dispute is about? Is making does China really need this kind of oil access at this point?
Well, as you suggest, the amount of oil and gas is under dispute, and China, for example, feels that there's far more in terms of oil and gas reserves than, say, the United States does, or other international actors have estimated. But that's not really at the heart of this. Really at the heart of this, China's historical claims, what they believe to be, part of Chinese territory dating back, centuries. And again, this is just, China now has the military and economic capability to begin to realize these claims. And so this has been a long time in coming from the perspective of the Chinese leadership, and you have a highly nationalistic Chinese leader at this point in time, and one who's quite assertive and ready to try to enforce the claims. So this is, from their perspective, this is sort of China's moment.
And so if it's not about the oil, why now? It's been thousands of years, hasn't it?
I think this is really the first time, certainly in the past 150 years, that China feels it has the military capability to enforce its claims. It really hasn't, it's only within the past several years that we've seen this kind of ratcheting up of diplomacy, assertive diplomacy, I should say. I think, frankly, part of it began, in 2008 with the global financial crisis, and a sense that the United States was out of the game. And so that began a lot of discussion within China about whether China's rise, not only to become a global power, but perhaps the preeminent power, was taking place a lot faster than they'd anticipated. And so to some extent, this outward push, again, it's a function of having the economic and the military power to do it, but also a sense that the United States is no longer in a position to prevent China from doing it.
And tell me just a little bit about that military buildup. People have made a big deal about it, but how has it so affected this issue?
Well, there's no doubt that we've seen China in the, for over a decade or more, really, we've seen, double-digit growth in China's investment in its military. And now what you had when President Xi Jinping came to power, he immediately began to visit with all of the military commanders. He talked about one element of the Chinese dream being a strong Chinese military. Capable not only of defending China, but also of pursuing Chinese claims. And so this is part of a bigger vision. And I think we're going to see very strong Chinese investment in the military continuing.